Yo, how's it going? So today we're going to be doing a video on a brand new integrated strategies free that has came to Arknights for global. Honestly, this looks really good. They've done a lot of good changes. We're going to go through them in this video. If I miss anything, leave a comment down below and drop a like if you want to see more content like this. Hopefully you find this helpful. Now, before I start, I want to mention this because some people had this concern. The previous integrated strategies is not going away. You can still get the rewards. You can still get the skin and you can still play it. I just want to address that now. Honestly, I'm very glad they did this. Now, moving on to the IS3 content. So, first of all, we have living cells that I want to talk about. Living cells, basically you get these through runs. If you lose or win, you will get living cells. Living cells are used in the eco sequence, and the eco sequence is where you get the big rewards. This is very important. You can get LMD, XP, materials. Highmore, the 5-star though again, the free 5-star, you can get all her potentials in this event as well. I'm going to talk about her in a second. And also a live 2D skin. I believe a level 95. Not out yet, but oh my god, it looks so good. Right, getting straight into this. I want to go straight to the skin to be honest. First of all, we're going to talk about Highmore. Highmore is a Reaper god. She is pretty similar to La Pluma. Most people say that she's actually a worse La Pluma. I'm just going to say this now. No, don't say that, please. Please don't say that. First of all, her design's amazing, but also, I really like her because of what she does. So, I'm just going to say one thing about her. She heals elemental damage. Not many characters do that, and I'm a really big fan of that because I feel like in the longevity of the game in general, there's going to be a lot more elemental damage in my opinion. And also, she's pretty good in IS3, especially with her talent. Her talent actually gives her more stats, like attack speed and block count, when she's using IS3. I think they really wanted people to use her in IS3. It's kind of funny because she's a reward there, so it also makes sense. In general, it seems like a pretty decent unit. Nothing that's going to like absolutely break everything, but I do like her. I always like Reaper gods, and also her design. It's very cute. I'm just going to be honest. But talk about good design. Mizuki's live 2D skin. If you didn't know, Mizuki is getting an animated live 2D skin. This will probably come out within, I think it's supposed to be around August time for global. This looks really cool. It's a live 2D skin. Mizuki as well, one of my favorite units of the game design wise. If you don't have him and you want to use a skin as well, I want to mention this. He is apparently going to come to the yellow certificate shop within the next couple months. It's just a prediction that people have made, but it's probably going to happen to be honest. Very cool skin. I rate it. One of my favorite skins in the game. Maybe even my favorite. But moving on to the actual gameplay of IS3 then. I'm going to try and make this a bit quick. So, first thing we have is the difficulty. This is actually a really big deal because I know some people were struggling on IS. Basically this time around, instead of having easy, normal and hard, I don't remember the exact names, but it was basically easy, normal and hard. Now we have Calm Seas, which I think is pretty much a breeze for people. It's for story related things. We have Surging Waves, which is the most basic of difficulties. And then if you want a more difficult experience, you can go from these levels. For example, level 1 will give you increased elemental damage taken to your allies, so it will be more difficult. And you can go up to all the way to 15. So all these conditions I think stack, which just makes for a really interesting kind of time. I actually really like this. It allows for a lot more diversity in the difficulty, and in general, a very nice change to see. Next thing I want to talk about is cognitive shaping. Now, this is quite interesting. This is basically a way of giving your characters and also squads permanent buffs. It can also adjust how many dice rolls you have, etc. from what I understand. You basically get these subjective imaginations, and you can use them on this screen. For example, as you can see here, I can unlock all of these, and these will be permanent. This is very good because obviously it will make each run easier, especially some of the actual buffs are very good, to be honest. Very good. Next thing I want to talk about, something that some people might not really care about, is the new nodes that dropped. Currently, we have Rogue Trader, Encounter, I think it's Combat Ops, Emergency Combat, and I think there's a fifth one I don't remember. There is a couple, but we are getting even more. So, what we're actually getting is Wish Fulfilled, Regional Commissions, Fortuitous Opportunity, Emergency Dispatch, and Wanderer into the Wonderland. Honestly, very, very happy to see these. You can read the descriptions if you want for what they actually kind of do. Honestly, very, very cool. I love this. It spices up the gameplay. For me, this is a very, very big deal. But you can only unlock 3 of these once you actually upgrade it in the cognitive shaping, which we talked about previously. Now, next thing I want to talk about is the memory mapping. This will be something that people care more about. You can get rewards for these. Basically, if you play the previous ISs, it's just monthly squad. It's just monthly squad. This basically gives you rewards for going through a certain character's story. If you're a story person, this might be for you as well. But you can get rewards. I believe these drop like chip catalysts, actual chips, LMD, XP. Honestly, a lot of really good stuff, to be fair. These are definitely worth doing. These replace every month. These aren't 3 teams anymore. Well, these aren't teams of 3 characters anymore. It's only 1. But I do like it that way. Maybe down the line it got changed. But this is very, very cool. Currently, Fawns is on it. Now, these are a couple more of the complicated things I'm going to try and talk about. I'm going to try and not go over this too much, just because there's so much to this. I need to try and find my notes for this now. I made some notes. But basically, there is a new light mechanic that is coming to the game and is for this IS3. Basically, how this works is when you have like a base number of 100 that you start with, and it can get lower based on like collectibles, based on losing lives. I think you have to lose like half of your lives and it will go down by 5 per battle. But when you lose lives and then you end up losing light, if you're a very specific amount for light, you will actually be able to see these hidden nodes. I don't know entirely how it works, but these hidden paths and nodes will show, which actually makes it for quite interesting gameplay. I actually really like this mechanic, even though it's a little bit weird. I'm going to also try and find this document I have very quickly. Unfortunately, this reality of not being able to edit my videos. I think I deleted it. Okay, I didn't delete it. No, I did delete it. Nice. Well, it's pretty cool. I won't go through it too much. I literally got rid of it. I'm such an idiot. Right, anyway, next one is dice and key mechanic. Now, keys are pretty cool because you can basically unlock certain nodes. It's pretty nice way of being able to enter certain things you might not be able to enter. Some certain encounters actually do give you different things for actually giving the keys, and you can actually unlock these caches as well, which I believe give you collectibles. I might be wrong. I'd recommend checking the link in the description. I'm going to leave. Final thing we also have is the dice. The dice is actually quite interesting. Basically, every time you enter the actual game mode, you will get a dice with 6 rolls, I believe. What you can do with this is you can refresh the shop. I believe you can also use it in specific encounters. Sometimes you can actually get more from upgrading the cognitive shaping and actually using different squads. That's the kind of cool things they have with this cognitive shaping. But that is how dice work and that's how keys work. Pretty cool mechanic in general. I'm a big fan of this IS. If I missed anything, go check the description. I will leave a link for all the information. There's a lot of things. That's all I'm going to say. Honestly, I'm a big, big fan of this one. It looks really, really good. Highmore, she's just cute. I just like her. All I'm going to say is I have a thing for Reaper Gods. Let's just leave it at that. And the Mizuki skin, which should be coming soon. He will be coming to Yellow Certificates at some point, hopefully within these next 6 months. Anyway, if you found this helpful, please do drop us a like. I have uploaded a video yesterday about all the upcoming banners coming to Arknights, so do go check that out. Thank you for all the support recently. I'm going to eat my dinner. I will see you next one, and adios.